Are you ready to buy your next vehicle? At Nusenda Credit Union, we've got a loan that will fit your needs. Plus, we offer no payments for 90 days, and you can apply for your loan and sign your papers anywhere. Like anywhere! Simply visit nusenda.org. Or visit our new branch at 1715 East University Avenue to apply in minutes.
Nusenda Credit Union. That's the power of we in action.
It's a new episode of Student Athlete Spotlight. We are presented by Nusenda Credit Union. Adam Young, pleased to be joined here today by women's golf star, the WCC Player of the Year, Amelia McKee joins us. Amelia, thanks for joining us today. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
How was the off season for you, if it was an off season for you?
Off season when it comes to school events, not an off season when it comes to individual events. We continue to play throughout the whole summer in different places, but it was really good. You know, I played in lots in Texas, played in Virginia, Dallas, Houston, had a really good time, played well, excited for this season.
How do you handle the non-school season? Of course you play in events, but do you pinpoint some areas for yourself individually where you want to improve?
Of course, and most of that's done during the season. You know, you take the time during the season to compete and play well and find the things you need to work on in the summer so you're ready for next season. And you practice those things between events and you try and execute them in your next event, and hopefully it gets better before season starts again.
To the casual golfer, you play 18 holes, you probably don't spend a whole lot of time at the putting green. That's the casual golfer. For a collegiate golfer or a pro golfer like yourself, how much time do you spend the practice green, the driving range? It's not just go out there and play 18 holes, correct?
It's not. It's a lot of time. I mean, we officially have practice from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., but then we all go to class and then we all come right back and practice a little more and make sure we're ready for practice the next day, because you haven't improved today, then it's not worth your time.
The pro level is so interesting because the difference between the low end and the high end, it's a stroke or two, right? How do you make up that stroke or two?
We do it a lot by focusing on statistics. You know, you log your fairways hit, your greens hit, your regulation shots, your up and downs out of bunkers, up and downs inside of the green, number of putts, and you figure out where you're struggling or where you're losing that one stroke, and you focus most of your practice time there until the statistic gets better.
We tape this right before the season starts. It's going to air after your third event, so you're going to be deep into the season when this does air. But going into it, it seems like it's a little different makeup. You lost 3 seniors. Does it feel different right now?
It feels different, but it doesn't feel bad. It's a good different. You know, I loved having our seniors. We miss our seniors. It's gonna be really hard without them, but I also love the team we have now. We're a little bit smaller than we ever have been, at least since I've been here. But we have really good team chemistry and we get along really well and everyone puts in a lot of effort, so I think it's gonna be a good season.
I talked to your coach, Danny Bowen, about this recently. He's recruited really well internationally. What's it like for you, somebody from Texas, to have teammates from all over the world?
Well, for me personally, so I've lived all over the world. I mean, I lived in the Middle East for a big portion of my life, so I have integrated into other cultures, but I love seeing them out here, teaching them about our culture, learning about their culture, and golf is such a small community that you always have friends all over the world. It's just how the sport is. You play with people from Germany and play with people from Thailand and Mexico and France, and you all know each other no matter where you are.
You were the WCC Player of the Year last season. Is there pressure, Amelia, to repeat?
The pressure doesn't come with WCC Player of the Year. It was amazing to be WCC Player of the Year, super honored, loved it. The pressure comes with making sure my team gets where they need to be and giving them the best that I can my last year here. I would be honored to be WCC Player of the Year again, but that's not my focus. My focus is making sure that we have the best season that we can.
How do you make this a team sport? Because you are playing individually. It's not like you're hitting the ball to somebody else. It's an individual score. How do you make this a team sport?
Camaraderie, making sure you're one big family. When someone has a bad day, they have to know that it's okay. You know, and especially in golf, you're super critical of yourself. It's really hard not to get really down on yourself, and when your teammates are getting down on themselves for not playing well, you have to be the one to tell them it's okay.
Fill us in on your post-college plans. What's your major?
Communication studies, yeah.
and you want to play golf after college, correct?
I do. If later, after I'm done playing professionally, I want to be a college coach as well. And if that isn't exactly what it turns out to be, I want to open my own golf academy.
Did you think about being a college coach before you got here, or just kind of watching Danny go about his business? Has that kind of piqued your interest there?
Yeah, it has. I've learned a lot in my college experience after I transferred and coming here, and the do's and don'ts of college golf. And he's made it such a good experience for me that I want to give that to other people and be the coach that he was for me, for other transfer students, other young kids who want to play college golf, and kind of shine a light on the golf community, because it's a small community.
We need to finish with the swag. You guys have new golf bags, new head covers. How exciting was that?
They're amazing. I love them so much. I kind of forced them into this shot because I love them so much.
Is there any truth to the fact that maybe you carry your golf bag to class? Is that accurate?
Rumors.
Have you thought about it?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I mean, I definitely show pictures if nothing else.
How important is this though, and we'll finish with this, how important is the gear and the way things look in recruiting nowadays? That's kind of taken over the world in college athletics, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has for sure. It's definitely the big and shiny things. So recruiting, it helps a lot, but I think more than anything, it's an intimidation factor when it comes to competition.
Amelia, thanks so much. Best of luck this season.
Of course, thank you very much.
That's women's golf star golfer Amelia McKee. This has been Student Athlete Spotlight presented by Nusenda Credit Union.